We were not in the barracks. We were sitting in a cellar, gray cement, dark. And we heard the shooting, and I don't know why we were in that cellar and not in the barracks. I just don't understand. But we were there, and it happened to be my brother's 7th birthday. And we heard the shooting, and my parents said, stay here. We're staying here, we are not running out. Because it turned out that when the inmates all went to the gates of the camp, and there still came 1 or 2 tanks with Germans who still started to shoot and killed the people who were welcoming supposedly the Russians, but they were Germans. And then the Russians came, and then we were all, I heard my parents talk, terribly afraid of their possible barbarian attitude, raping women and abusing children and what else went through there. But they didn't. They were very good. What they did unknowingly is they fed us food which was way too heavy. Barley, very dark, heavy, wet bread, and a lot of people at that point who had were malnourished died from the heavy diet that the Russians. At one point, my brother walked in front again on that cellar where we sat in that same street, walked there, and one of the Russian soldiers said to him, "Come with me." And he went, and my mother saw that, and she went hysterical. But he took him. An hour later, he came back with a big bag, oranges, eggs. He had given him food. My father and mother walked behind 2 soldiers, and they were smoking, and they threw their buds on the ground, and they went and they ran, and they picked up the buds, and the soldiers turned around and said, "What are you doing?" And my father said, "I haven't had a cigarette in years. Excuse me, I want the bud." And they took care of my parents. One of the soldiers was Jewish. He was very interested in what had happened to us. They took us to their army barracks. They gave us food, and they sat all night long and talked. We ended up with a lady called Mrs. Müller in Amsterdam, and we rented a room, and she was very sweet. Matter of fact, there was a very nice incident whereby I got sick. I had a high fever, and she came to me and she said, "I have something for you." And she gave me a chain with a cross, which my first jewelry I put on. And when my mother saw it, she said, "No, you can't wear that. I'm very sorry. We are Jewish." We were never practicing Jews, but we were aware of our Judaism. And I was very sad I had to take it off.